Had a conversation with somebody on one of the other forums today, and they were concerned about the format that the SD card arrives onto a workstation, digital audio workstation, or the way the files look when they drop on your laptop. So I'm going to start by formatting the SD card, which is only a 16 gig card that I have in. So I'm going to format by pressing there, and then we acknowledge to say OK, and then we move back to the main screen. Okay, we're back. I just turned off the camera to hook up Reaper. I've got Reaper running in an endless loop through the USB port of the SD card. I'm now just going to record with the SD card. You can see the top left corner before I press record says we've got 46 minutes and 19 seconds of recording at 32 channels on my 16 gig SD card. So we hit record, you can see the wheels turning, you can see the session marked, and you can see the recording mark. I'm going to leave it in an endless loop now until the card runs out or nearly runs out of space. We'll come back in about 45 minutes. Okay, so far so good. I've left it recording for over half an hour. You can see the counter, top left corner is counting down. There's about 5 minutes and a few seconds of the SD card, my 16 gig SD card to go. You can see the reel's still moving. It's recorded 37 odd minutes. You can hear in the background. I'll just lift the sound there. There you go. A little bit of skiffle. Look it up. And I'll press stop now. There we go, and the session is finalised. My DAW is still playing in Reaper, so I'm just going to lean over off screen and press stop to that. Okay, I've copied across the WAV files from the SD card. On this SD recording we've recorded up to its 16 gig limit, and it's given us 4 WAV files of about 4 gig apiece, and a bin file to go with those WAV files. Each of those WAV files is multi-channel WAV, and the bin file gives you information like file numbering and so forth, so that when you pull it back on the X-Live card, the X-Live card knows what a session is, where the marker is for that session, and it calls back the session names if you've named them in an external program. So there's your 4 WAV files, and as I say, I've copied them onto my desktop just for ease. I've got Reaper open in another window here. I'll open that up. I've got an old template from Reaper there, and I'm going to select insert media file in Reaper, and then we're going to go to my desktop and we're going to find the folder with the 4 WAV files in, and we select all 4 of those WAV files. So we're going to insert them simultaneously. Remember, each of them is a multi-channel WAV, and it comes up on the screen: insert media items on separate tracks sequentially or on a single track. We actually want them on a single track so that they go sequentially. So we click that, and there you can see it's loaded the first one up, or it's starting to load the first one up. This process takes a little bit of time to do, so I'm going to turn the camera off. We'll come back when they've all loaded and we'll look to explode all those, and you can see them drop on. Okay, so all 4 of those multi-wavs have now loaded. You can see them running across the top of the screen. They're all on track 1. So the next thing to do with Reaper is go to Item, and then you select all, and then going back to Item, go down to Item Processing, and then move across to Explode Multi-Channel Audio, and then you leave it exploding. That's going to take quite some time to do for those, so I'll switch the camera off again. We'll look at where we are when we've exploded. Okay, hoping you can still see that on the screen, even though it's now the day after and daylight is reflecting on it. You can see that those 4 multi-channel wavs that are across the top on track 1 of Reaper have now exploded, and they've dropped themselves directly below into 32 new channels. It's actually pushed my template away and pushed what I had templated down for 32 channels down to channels 33 through 64. So you need to remember to have a look at your channel routing, your actual matrix on Reaper or whatever you're using afterwards. And if you're using Reaper, then you're looking at resetting up those that routing matrix afterwards. But you can see, hopefully there on the screen, if I point to there, you can see where the join is between the 2 multi-channel wavs and the individual channel wavs. If I stop the pause on that, I'm just going to turn that up, and you can hear there that same skiffle track that I was working on earlier, and there it goes across the divide. We'll do that again. Here we go. And you can see, even though there's a physical break in the tracks, you're not actually hearing any time lapse of any music. So just turn that down again. Your 32 channels are stepping seamlessly from one multi-channel WAV over to the next multi-channel WAV and playing continuously. So that is how to take your 4 multi-channel WAVs from the SD card, put it on your laptop or whatever, and explode those into 32 channels, and it demonstrates that they play seamlessly from that point. From this point onwards, you can now work with your digital audio workstation, Reaper or whatever else, exactly as you would with any other session. So there we go. Thanks for watching.